Good afternoon, SRL fans, and don't we have a midday treat for you today? The Melbourne Ravens have flown up and are in Bathurst, taking on the mighty Bathurst Blue Tongues in what's probably our first Saturday Mines game in history. So congratulations to all taking part. Promises to be a pretty big game, I think. The Bathurst Blue Tongues, they're a team with a lot of pride and history in this Mines competition, whereas the Ravens, they've just re-entered. And a bit of a point to prove, I think. Some players to look out for, of course. Willie Kay for the Ravens. For the Blue Tongues, Franco Lombardi in the second row. Webke in the prop position. Doing some damage in recent weeks. We'll have to wait and see how they turn up, or if the opposition is going to be able to limit them. I am Snicko Balbroa, Dolphins captain. Keep me in mind when you're looking for a club next season, Miners, as it's going to be Tyler Doonan to kick off. Freshly back in the SRL. He was around in Season 5, I believe, as a Mines player. Never kicked on to the SRL, disappeared for a while. But he's back, and aren't we glad to have him? We welcome all players coming back. So he gets us off downfield underway. Goes down to Riley Senor, out to the man himself, Rangatara Kaha Webke. Apologies for any pronunciations there. I'll try and get better, but I can't promise anything. As now Benji Magic goes inside to Neil, and he pushes forward. The locks will have a big role to play today. Of course, in the Mines, we play the 80-minute locks, and they can be quite destructive. You saw Coda Diab last week, because now James Reese goes for a bit of a run. He'll be dangerous as well, up against the Commissioner's son, Willie Kay, the opposition fullback. Whoever turns up out of those two could have a big impact, as now Caleb Kelly gets driven backwards in a good tackle. And the Blue Tongues, off the kickoff, have put together quite an impressive set, as Tama Jones is brought down about 35 metres out from the Ravens line. But they're still going to have to punt, not close enough for an attacking kick. So it goes to Senor, and he goes downtown. It's Walker who takes it, and he's unable to beat any. So some great kick chase there from the Blue Tongues. And that's the kind of energy they're going to be looking to bring to this game all the way through, as Rosso Goodwin goes out to low. He pushes forward. I think he might have scored a try last week on the wing. He popped up out of nowhere. It was really good to see. As now Doonan throws a shocker, comes off someone's shoulder, and he cleans it up. Brought down there by two Blue Tongues defenders. Now Goodwin again goes out to Willie Kay. He's unable to beat anyone. Brought down in a good tackle from behind there by the opposition 5'8". Now they go short side. Winchester out to Ghost Rambo, and he goes for a bit of a run here, Ghost. Brought down eventually by James Reese, but some valuable meters, and he kind of saved their set a little bit. They really stacked a short side here. Rosso Goodwin kicks from the 13. Maybe he cooks, I'm not sure. Goes down to Justin Ryan. No kick return meters there for him, so now it's going to be the Blue Tongues to work it out of their half. Benji Magic goes to Cotton. He goes for a bit of a run here. Cotton tries to turn Willie Kay inside out, but he's been watching some SRL footage. Not to happen to him, not today anyway, as now Benji Magic goes a short ball out to Tama Jones. He's getting through some meters early. Brought down 45 meters out from the line. Now Benji Magic touches it again. Reese goes all the way out to Riley Senor. He's brought down 52 meters from the line. And they're not afraid to throw it around here today, the Blue Tongues. Daytime footy, dry weather footy, and they're showing us what they can do. As on the fifth tackle, about 40 metres out from the line. It looks like they're going to be kicking again. He goes to Neil, and he kicks downtown. That'll be a 7-tackle set. William Campbell takes it pretty comfortably in the in-goal there. And so a little bit of momentum goes towards the Ravens. As Goodwin just gets absolutely dominated in that tackle. Another one of our New Game Plus players, Rosso Goodwin. Hasn't quite hit the heights of any of the Winchesters or the Willie Kays or the Junior Tyres yet, but it's coming. These men with the good pedigree seem to make impact on these games, as now Grant goes for a bit of a run. The captain, I think he is, gets the offload away to Doonan, who loses some meters there. So almost a good play, almost. Promising signs for the Ravens anyway, as now Rosso Goodwin goes out to Brev. Brev's brought down a metre over the 40-metre line. They could look at a 40-20 here if they're adventurous. But no, Rosso Goodwin now goes to Papadopoulos, and he's brought down 49 metres from the line. Feels like his name's missing a vowel there, as now Goodwin plays a short ball out to Trent Martin. First time he's touched the ball, I believe. Brought down about 42 metres from the Blue Tongues goal line. So they're going to be punting again, and it's Winchester who does so. Justin Ryan's going to take this pretty easily and gets a bit of a kick return on. That's good from Justin Ryan. Beats one. Brought down in a good tackle by the kicker himself, Winchester. And both sides really finding their way into this game. James Reese driven backwards there. Yet to see an error from either team. Pretty conservative footy so far, as Tama Jones is brought down. And I think one of these sides, they're going to break soon. There's only so much of this controlled, constrained football either side can take, and I can see something happening here as Best is brought down. That's Brody Best, not Bradman. 40 metres from the line. Do they look at a 40-20 here, the Blue Tongues? They do, and it's Kernke nails it. And it's going to be Willie K. Where he tiptoes the sideline here, and he's going to go for a run here, Willie K. Willie or won't he? He won't go out there. Almost a great kick there from Kernke. Instead, or Kirk, however you pronounce that name, apologies. Kirk. Anyway, the Ravens, 42 metres out from the line. They're going left here to Grant. He tries to get a bump off, but he doesn't. Still a good 12 metres on that play. They go left again here. Tyler Doonan goes out to Low. He gets on a bit of a roll there. The Ravens are really probably the first side to sort of get into the opposition territory, and they've done it with this set as Rosso Goodwin's going to be brought down 30 metres from the line. Probably still too close, still too far away, sorry, to put in a bomb. So they're going to punt again. It's Doonan. Justin Ryan is a magnet for the ball at the moment. What can he do this time? Absolutely nothing. Brought down there, and a good tackle there by the opposition centre. And now the Blue Tongues have found themselves in a bit of position. Reese gets it. He goes past one. This is good here from James Reese. Willie K's in the chase. Look at the size difference there. James Reese has beaten him, though. Gets all the way to about 15 metres out. A good tackle there by Willie K. One of the Ravens is still getting back on side, but they go the other way. They go out to Riley Senor. He is brought down about 8 metres from the line. The best attacking chance of either side here. Franco Lombardi takes it. About time he touches the ball. Brought down 2 metres from the line. The 12 is. Numbers left. Which way do they go? That's the way they go. And they go to Webke. Is he going to score here? No. Turned on his back. Ashley Klein has a great view. Says held on his back. Turned on his back for a hold up. And I agree. So now 5th tackle, I believe. They're going to have to kick. They go to Benji Magic. He too passes out to Senor. He puts up a bomb. Pretty well placed here, but underneath it is Willie Campbell. William Campbell. Sorry, Bill Campbell. Another 7 tackle set here for the Ravens now. So a promising start for the Blue Tongues. It was James Reese who had the big line break, actually. And he looked really good doing it, but then they weren't just able to capitalise. And I suppose, and that's the inexperience that comes with being in the mines. As now Jamin Lowe, sorry, that's an actual player. Someone else Lowe, J. Lowe, goes for a bit of a run. And we like to see that as now Jackson Grant gets it. Trying to follow up what his big bop has done through the middle. Probably our first line break by a prop so far this game, but we know that as the game goes on, it starts to open up for the big boys. They just have to bide their time so far as Winchester's brought down. And the Ravens quietly putting together quite an impressive set after getting the 7 tackle. And it's Brev who goes through. He's going to carry one over the 10-metre line. The Ravens in a bit of field position here. Winchester's got to be the conductor. Put him into position. He goes to him. He goes out to Willie K. He can't get the step on. He's going to be out of commission for this last play now. It's Winchester on the left who's going to be looking to get a good kick in. And he puts in a really nice grubber. Jumped on by Lowe, and he dives over to score. The Ravens are in here for the first try of the game. Sicko Balbroa had the best view in the house and blows that whistle. Joshua Lowe, sorry, not Jamin. Great try from him. Follows up his try scoring from last week, and it's off the boot of Winchester. Oh, that's a poor haircut for Winchester. Anyway, Jamin Lowe gets it, and just, straight past one. Too easy for him. The Ravens will take it early. 4-point lead here. Probably 6 with where this one was put down. And it's going to be up to Tyler Doonan to kick it, and you got to think he'll throw this one over. Too easy for Tyler. Straight into that picturesque trees in the background. And that's a 6-point lead here for the Ravens. After the Blue Tongues had probably their best attacking set and couldn't capitalise, the Ravens, they did it all too easy themselves when they got some chance. It was a Joshua Lowe run that got him down there, and he was the man that capitalised in the end. So great work from the number 8 here. But now the Blue Tongues are going to have to muscle up and try and force some sort of error, some sort of line break from themselves to get some field position, because at the moment, the Ravens, they took their time to get into this game, but now that they're there, they're ready to play as Trent Martin is brought down off the kick return. They go left here, out to Josh Lowe. Goes to Grant. He's going to push forward for a couple of extra metres. Only one in the tackle, so easy meterage from him. They go short side again here to Jamin Lowe. He's held there. 3. He's brought down on the 40-metre line or thereabouts. Now out to Doonan. He goes inside border Rosso Goodwin. Rosso Goodwin just does not feel like making a line break yet, but I'm sure he'll come to the party soon. Now they go right. Looks like a two-pass. It is out to Willie Kay. Another man that hasn't really injected himself yet. And if those two haven't done anything and they're already 6 points up, danger signs are for the rest of this game. As now Papalis goes to Tyler Doonan. He goes pretty wide. First chance of a kick return for Brody Best. And he's straight past one Brody Best. But he looks like he might go out here. No, he stays in field just. Good work there from Brody Best. And now he's got a bit of field position for his team. It's Tuma Jones who just goes rumbling downfield. Gets the offload to Alex Neal. Big man in space, wasn't used to it. But the offload was a good one. And now the Blue Tongues have a bit of position here. And they go now to Senor. He turns one, gets the offload away to Neal. Enterprising play here from the Blue Tongues. They're showing their bite at the moment. Now it looks like they're going right. That's exactly where they do go. Out to Franco Lombardi. Can he push over? No, 2 meters out from the line. 2 tackles left here for the Blue Tongues. Can they get a barge over try? Senor wants it. He doesn't get it, so it's going to be up to their number 6 to kick here. And they go to Benji Magic. He puts in a really good grabber, but Trent Martin's got it. The props in the backfield. He's going downfield. Makes a good 40 meters for his troubles. Picked it off his bootlaces and away to the races he went. Unfortunately, he was jumped on by a couple of much speedier, quicker men, but good meters for his team. Got him out of a bit of a sticky spot there. As now Winchester goes out to Townsend. He's driven backwards there, and a good 2-man tackle by the Blue Tongues. So they've had enough of just waiting around and seeing what's going to happen. They want to get involved. Winchester now goes out to Lowe. A good tackle coverage from the inside gets him there. 4th tackle for the Ravens. Where do they go? To Rosso Goodwin. Gets close to the line before he ball plays out to Grant. 25 meters from the line here. They could put up a bomb if they feel like it. It's Doonan, and he does exactly that. It's a little bit shallow, but maybe off the kick return, no. Instead, it's Caleb Kelly. Brought down 12 meters out from his line. And the Blue Tongues, who are going to have to work it out of trouble here. Oh, as Brody Best gets absolutely leveled by Joshua Lowe. That's what happens when a winger gets in the middle of the field. And they got numbers short side. That's where they go. Out to Johnny Walker. Not Johnny Walker. Out to Jaden Walker, sorry. Tyler Doonan now eventually finds the ball to Rosso Goodwin. He's going to push forward here. The best field position the Ravens have had since they scored. They go right again. Goes to Winchester. Can he barge over? It looks likely. No, turned on his back. We'll see a little held up here. We do. Winchester with the red hair brought down. So they'll have to play it 10 meters out from the line. 3 tackles left here. Plenty of time. They go out to Grant. Can he get over? Franco Lombardi wrestles him. Gets him eventually. They go left again here. And they got numbers. Joshua Lowe wants to crash over. And I think he might here. He's wrestling and he gets the ball over. That's a double for Joshua Lowe. This man knows how to find a meat pie. Yeah, Riley Senor just couldn't hold him up. He needed help there. Lombardi was there. The big man with the white headgear, Tama Jones, was there. None of them got around the leg. And that's going to cost him a try here. Ravens out to an early lead. This kick will be a little bit harder for Tyler Doonan. Almost out near the tram lines. About 15 metres from the centre of the goalpost. We'll have to see what he can do. Yeah, and it just fades away there. So Tyler Doonan unable to add the extra 2 points. 1 from 2 ain't bad. But it means it's a 10-point lead here for the Ravens early on in this game. And it's going to be up to the Blue Tongues to really fight their way back into this one. Benji Magic's going to get us underway again. 12 minutes left in this half. It's gone by fast. And it's the Blue Tongues who are really yet to show up. You don't want to go into halftime scoreless, that's for sure. As Doonan goes to Josh Lowe. And it was that man who put on the big hit to turn the ball over. So twice he's had a big play and followed it up with a try. The kind of thing that the Blue Tongues really need to stop here. I think it's Webke who's up against him. He needs to have a bit of a crack here. Try and do something himself, the opposing 8. See if he can sort of match what Lowe's outputting is. Now Jackson Grant throws a very, very loopy offload back into Rosso Goodwin. They look left, they go right. Holden Winchester's going to be brought down on the 40-metre line. They might look at a 40-20 here. Benji Magic's getting in position. Instead, it's Tyler Doonan who kicks it right up the rear end of one of his forwards. Just too much confusion there. Body's going everywhere, and the Blue Tongues have been gifted some field position here. As it's going to be Benji Magic finds a touchline. Well, hopefully he does. And now this is the Blue Tongues' chance to bring this back to a 4-point game. They go left. It's a 2-pass out to Alex Neil. He pushes forward here. What do the Blue Tongues have to show? We haven't really seen much of their attacking shape yet. Senor goes out to Benji Magic. He's wide. He's brought down about 5 metres out from the line. Can they just get a barge over try? They go to Kirk. He goes to Webke. He gets close, but not close enough. 3 tackles left here for the Blue Tongues. Yeah, really deep pass there at the Strange. Strange pass, really. Bit of a wasted tackle. Now they go left again. They want the inside ball here. They get it, but it's forward. It's called a knock on in the end. And just like that, the Ravens have the ball again. And the Blue Tongues, they haven't quite come to the party. I've said it a couple of times now. They're past fashionably late. They're just straight up late. And they're going to want to turn up soon because the Ravens could run away with this. As now Jackson Grant gets it. Here's a man I'd like to see get some space because he's just been swamped every single time he's got the ball so far tonight. Now Doonan plays a 2-pass out to Martin. He's tackled pretty much on the 35 metres. So not many metres here this set so far from the Ravens. They go out to Doonan. There's Willie Kay. Yeah, he's allergic to a line break at the moment, Willie Kay. They might look at a 40-20 here. No. Low ball plays out to Winchester. Eventually it finds way out to Martin. He bumps off one. So the momentum slows him down. He ends up driven backwards past where he bumped the guy off in the first place. So a good defensive set here from the Blue Tongues. Winchester goes downfield. It's going to be Justin Ryan again. What does he have to offer us? It's a congested short side. Yeah, and he's just unable to step anyone. Too many players there.
Let him go.
But not a bad place for the Blue Tongues to start their set. Is now Magic Ware goes right to the line before he throws a nice pass out to Josh Strange. 40 metres from the line. They just got to keep working here, the Blue Tongue.
3, back to 10. He's held there.
And he goes out to Strange, and he's going to be brought down about 40 metres out. They're just not quite getting the line breaks that the Ravens are finding. So it means they can't get any field position. As now James Reese is brought down, tackled by one, 30 metres out from the line. They might bomb here if they're adventurous. Could be a punt though instead. That's what they do. And it's Jackson Walker. Oh, great tackle there by the opposition centre. Just holds him. And so with 4 minutes left in this half, I don't think either team will get close enough to score. It's just been a possession game so far. When the Ravens have had the chance, they found the points, but most of this game's been played between the 20s. Just clean SRL football, classic rugby league, meterage, and neither side is really broken yet. They're sort of just holding their own. Had the Blue Tongues scored last time they were down there, it would be a much closer game as Doonan just absolutely yeets one downfield. He's looking for a 40-20, but it's not going to get there. And so, with about a minute and a half left in this half, the Blue Tongues probably won't have time to get downfield. Yeah, I'm just not quite sure what he was going for here. I'd assume the 40-20, but it didn't quite work. Yeah, sorry, the Blue Tongues. They'll have time. They will have time to finish one set here. A minute and a half left in this half. If they can get some field position and put up an attacking kick and just try and jag a try right on the edge of half time, it'll do wonders for their confidence because they're going to be going into the sheds a bit worried at the moment. That comes off the head, I thought I was going to say, but instead it was a knock on by Webke. And now it's the Ravens' chance to attack with not much longer left in this game. Townsend driven backwards there. Disappointing end to the set there for the Blue Tongues. They forced the not great kick from Doonan. They weren't able to capitalise. Now Jamin Lowe gets another line break. Sorry, Joshua Lowe. Another line break. About 30 seconds left in this game. Winchester goes for a run. He's brought down 15 out from the line. Will we have time to play it? Just. Last play here. They go left. He goes out to Green. Can he push over? I don't think so. That'll be half time here. 10 points to nil. The Ravens up.
I'm just waiting for Kiss Cam to come on me. It's not happening. Do you like it? Do you like it? The environment here, do you like the footy? Yes, we're on. Yeah, we're live.
Yes.
You're not you when you're hungry.
This is an amazing
Snickos.
reception that we've received.
Hey SRL fans, want to support the league further? Join the Simulation Rugby League Patreon. Get exclusive access to additional content, early access to league releases and supporter-only giveaways and upgrades. Whatever you're looking for, we have something for every fan. When you become a Patreon, you're more than just a spectator. You're a crucial part of our team. Your support helps us keep delivering the high quality matches and content that you love, and it ensures that we can keep the SRL experience growing for fans of all ages. It's super simple. Head to our Patreon page, pick the tier that's right for you, and you're in. Every bit of support helps us grow and makes the SRL an even better place for everyone. Now, back to the game.
Welcome back, E-Miners. The Ravens up 10 points to 0, and we had a quick look at the stats at half-time, we being me. 64% possession to the Ravens, so the Blue Tongues just unable to hold on to it. They were a perfect 9 from 9, whereas the Blue Tongues had made a couple of errors. You don't see that very often, a perfect half, and the Ravens have done it, so a bit of pressure needed from the Blue Tongues, maybe a big hit to force an error. It was this man, Joshua Lowe, the destroyer, with 2 tries, as we all saw. Follows up his double from last week's game, so a try-scoring prop. Maybe the opposition just aren't marking. I'm not really sure, but you don't see it very often, and I'm glad to see it, being a big boy myself. And that's a holding tackle penalty here from the Blue Tongues. So they finished last half poorly. They started even worse. It's going to be up to Tyler Doonan to kick downfield. Pinches off another 20 or so metres there. With a good set here, the Ravens might be able to be in attacking territory again. We'll have to wait and see. It's Goodwin who gets it. For a lock. Not quite having the huge first half, but luckily Alex Neal from the Blue Tongues hasn't either. So both of them yet to really enter the game as Trent Martin's driven backwards there. Second tackle here, they go left again. There's Rosso Goodwin. There he goes. Finds a bit of a half break there. Rosso Goodwin gets an offload away to Jackson Green. That's what we want to see from him. I'm glad to see he's come to the party. Now they go right. Goes out to Doonan. He goes inside border. Luke Brev. And Brev's going to score out of nowhere. The centre pops up midfield. Thought that was Willie Kay's route to run, but instead it's Brev who's in there. Gets a little inside ball. Just beats one. All ends up. Luke Brev. Very nice. That'll be a 16-point lead here. And I dare say that could be too much for this Blue Tongue team to chase back. As Doonan just slots that one. And yeah, 16 points. I don't know if the Blue Tongues have it in them. A bit of a fall from grace from their glory days. I think they were back-to-back Mines premiers. Season 5 and Season 6, if I remember correctly. So 4 seasons on in Season 10, the strong foundation that they built has crumbled. And they're under a bit of pressure now. I'm not sure who the mentors are. But not a great start to their Mine season, nor for the players. So they'll be looking to try and come back here, whereas the Ravens, under the experienced tutelage of Vivian Ngara and Ryan Wilmot, plus the commissioner's son, Willie Kay, just got their team rolling. It's going to be hard to peg him back from here, as there Willie Kay gets a bit of a line break. He's going to go for a gallop downfield. First time we've seen him really inject himself. It's Jack White and Chris Weston, the mentors for the Blue Tongues. They got some work to do, because you don't want to get handed your rear end like what's been happening to him today. Is now Trent Martin goes for a run. Good tackle there by the hooker, I think it was, of the Blue Tongues to stop the line break. Now they go left again. Josh Slow. Someone stop this man. Another line break for him. The right edge of the right middle edge, whatever you call it, of the Blue Tongues defense has just been Swiss cheese tonight. And unfortunately for them, Josh Lowe's taken full advantage. Now Justin Ryan gets yet another line break. He's the man that the Blue Tongues can really lead on. He's had a really good game so far. Probably the best of the Blue Tongues, especially in terms of his kick returns. Giving him some field position, and oh no. Benji Magic just threw that one. I think it was to Tama Jones with the headgear, and he bobbled it into an accidental offside, but Magic then tried to catch it, which turned into an intentional offside and a penalty. And so it means once again the Ravens are in field position very early on in their set. They go out to Goodwin. You wouldn't put it past Josh Lowe to grab a hat-trick here, but there's a lot of other players queuing up. They go right side. He goes out to Ghost Rambo. He's one of them. Doesn't get there, though. Not a bad movie, Rambo. Anyway, they go left now. Papoulos. Sorry, I had a minor stroke saying that name. Left again here. And it's going to be Trent Martin. Both props now for the Ravens have got over and scored. Very well done there by Trent. He joins Josh Lowe on the score sheet. It was a nice pass out of hooker. Yeah, way too easy. I think it was Winchester. Yeah, it was. And just like that, that's a 20-point game here. Could be 22 points. This is the kind of smashing you don't see very often in the mines. It's normally very tightly contested. But yeah, the Blue Tongues, maybe winter, they haven't heated up yet. They're cold-blooded species. Just haven't really found their groove here today, that's for sure. As Doonan looks to make it 3 out of 4. Yeah, smokes it straight through the middle there. So some soul-searching for the Blue Tongues, whereas the Ravens are flying high. I don't know any folk tales about the Ravens and the black and the bad luck, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you, the Blue Tongues, they think the Ravens are bad luck. The way they've been playing here today, the penalty into points just isn't good at any level of the game, but especially not in the mines where you really want to work on your fundamentals. As now Benji Magic kicks off the billionth time tonight. And he goes down the side of the try scorer, Trent Martin. He's there off the kick return. Good run from him, brought down about 14 from the line. The Blue Tongues really got a muscle up here. They might go home pointless, which would just be tragic. As Rosso Goodwin now gets a nice little line break, tries to turn the fullback inside out, doesn't do so, but pinches off 30 metres or so anyway. He's got a nice build there, Rosso Goodwin. Now Doonan goes for a bit of a run. Bad idea. Push back a couple of metres there and loses a bit of momentum. But still, not a bad set after points here being put together by the Ravens. Slowly but surely, Grant adds another brick to the building, brought down about 45 metres from the opposition line. Doonan gets right to the line, goes out to Will Kay, who somehow throws a pass out to Holden Winchester. Willie Kay, I'd like to see him inject himself a little bit more here, the fullback. Hasn't got a kick return or anything yet, so a bit harder for him anyway. Goodwin goes down, goes to Brody Best, and he can't do anything. Tackled by one of the try scorers, Luke Brev. And now it's the Blue Tongues. They go short side. Riley Senior wants a bit of a gallop. Brought down 20 metres from his own line. Short side play is always risky. And now James Reese, there we are. There's a line break for the Blue Tongues. Feels like it's been an eternity since we've seen one. They go left again here, out to Senior. Out to Benji Magic. He's going to be brought down on the 50-metre line. A good two-man tackle. Almost a holding tackle penalty there, I thought. Anyway, now. Jeez. Don't know how that wasn't a knock-on, but Alex Neal makes the most of it with the fend off. Willie Kay has to get up and grab him. And now it's going to be up to the Blue Tongues number 9, Kirk, to go for a bit of a kick. Finds the grass there, so a good kick, and it's Jaden Walker. He gets past one here, Jaden Walker. He wants to get towards the touchline, but he stays in just. Good work there from Jaden Walker, and a good kick there from Kirk. Now Rosso Goodwin goes right to the line before he ball plays out to superstar Josh Lowe. If they just spread it right here, I can feel a line break coming, but it looks like they might just, yes, try and stick to the middle of the field with Trent Martin. They got numbers both sides of the ruck here. They go short side. Doonan goes out to Walker. He gets a line break here. Beats the fullback. Walker's away, but he might go out here. No. Yes, no. Stays in field just. Great work there by Walker. Goes to Papalis. He can't get the fend on, but still a great set by the Blue Tongues. They went from one end of the field to the other. They got a chance to bomb here, and it's going to be good when that's what he does. Looks like they're going to let it bounce here. No. Justin Ryan gets it just. And that's a 7-tackle set for the Blue Tongues. Maybe they can use this to get a bit of momentum in the game. Only 25 minutes left here. And I think they really need to get a wiggle on if they want to, build any momentum going into next week. As now Senior plays a short ball out to Webke. Rarely seen him touch the ball tonight, which is one of the mistakes of the Blue Tongues. I think we've seen what Josh Lowe does on the other end of the field. If they can get their number 8 involved in the same way, I think they'll have a lot more success than what they're having at the moment. As Best is tackled here. Second tackle, not really going anywhere yet. The lead runner there, Franco Lombardi, gets in the way of that one. Just a bit of disconnect in the Blue Tongues planning, it looks like, at the moment. They go left here again. Senior out to Webke. He's going to push forward here, brought down just about on the halfway line on the 4th tackle. They need a big run here, the Blue Tongues. So they go out to Magic. He goes out to Strange, and that's what we need. A great run there by Strange. And he breaks another tackle, offload to Alex Neal, where the Blue Tongues have done something out of absolutely nothing there. Terrific from them. I said they needed a big run. They went to the big danger man, Strange. He got the ball away to Alex Neal. And just like that, the Blue Tongues are on the board. Yeah, just the bouncing ball, and somehow Alex Neal ended up with it. Bit of a clunky one, but they're the ones that you kind of need to get when you're down on the scoreboard like they are here. Saving a bit of face here, the Blue Tongues. And it'll be Benji Magic who wants to kick it. And you got to think he does. Yeah, nice conversion there by Benji Magic. And a 16-point game now. You never say never in the SRL. Maybe the Blue Tongues are starting to believe. I don't. Maybe they are. It's going to be Doonan to get us underway. Looks like Cowboys, these Ravens jerseys, actually, I've got to say. Which is interesting considering they're from Melbourne. But I digress slightly. Anyway, Doonan, like I said, to get us underway. Maybe we see a big run off the kickoff, a big bump off. They're going down Webke's way, it looks like. No, they flip it the other way. Tama Jones. The big man, Tama Jones. Like to see him put some of that weight to good use. Anyway, the Blue Tongues now, they want to put together a good points after set. Webke, there we are, straight through the line. Tries to turn Willie K inside out. But Willie K jumps on him. Hip drops him to get into the ground, but the referees miss it. Now they go right here. Riley Senor brought down on the halfway line. Really good set after points here from the Blue Tongues so far. They go left now. Webke again, straight through a hole again. Webke's come to play. Can he get the offload? No.
Get back, look at me.
But the Blue Tongues have turned up, that's for sure. Fourth tackle here, they go right. Benji Magic plays out to Tama Jones. Good tackle there. Drives him backwards. Might just take their attacking kick out of option just. They might look for a bomb. No, Benji Magic just runs it. He says, we don't want any kick return tries. I'll just take this one myself. Good play when you're up, not good play when you're trying to chase points. You need to make the most of things as now the Ravens have the chance with the ball again. 19 minutes left in this game. They need to almost score a point a minute. So I want to get back in this one. As Willie K goes for a gallop downfield. About time we see Billy do something. Right when his team needed it there, Willie K. Goodwin now plays a short ball out to Joshua Lowe. And this game's really starting to open up. Fatigue's creeping in on both sides, especially in the forward pack. Tackles are starting to get missed and people aren't covering their assignments. It's the weekend. Wild things happen. As now Winchester goes straight through a hole. Holden Winchester turns the fullback inside out and offloads it, but Benji Magic cleans up the scraps. That's a miracle play there from the Blue Tongues. Just about a game saver. That kept him in it. If the score went out to 28, you're not going to see that one get run down. At 22, they still have a chance. As now Webke gets the big bump off. He's heard me and he's started to inject himself here. Gets the ball away to Riley Senor. And the Blue Tongues, especially the last 10 minutes, have had all the running, which is not what you'd expect if you'd watched the previous 50 minutes of the game. As now Webke doubles up again, takes a run, fourth tackle, another big run needed. I said it last time they gave me a try. What do they have this time? Josh Strange can't repeat the dosage. That's okay. Once bitten, twice shy. This Ravens defense, they know what he can do. Benji Magic now goes. We'll just skim past that one because that was not magical from Benji Magic. Now Ghost Rambo goes for a run, beats the first defender out in that left edge. Good coverage there though from Benji Magic to bring him down. Gets out to Townsend, then he finds a nice little channel there. Townsend straight through a hole. Wow, great defense from James Reese driving backwards there, but good meters from Brody Townsend. They go left now, out to Doonan. He plays a short ball out to Luke Brev, the try scorer. We know what he can do close to the line. You just got to get him there. Don't give him the ball 25 metres out. Tuck him in. Let's see what he can do. Anyway, Doonan now goes inside to Rosso Goodwin. He just takes a settler, saps the energy of the defence just a little bit more, condenses them. Oh, and a hit off the ball here by Webke. Luckily cleaned up for the Ravens by Townsend, but fifth tackle now. They haven't really thrown anything at the defence so far. Can we get a good kick? Doonan puts in a grubber, and that's gone from Bathurst just about to Sydney with how hard he's kicked that one. And it'll be a 7-tackle set now. Oh, it's a knock-on, sorry. No 7-tackle set, so the Ravens have got away with one there. And now Lombardi comes in to take his customary second run of the game. Ball down 25 metres out from the line. They go left now, out to Strange. Love to see him get a line break, but the number 12 Townsend has just had him handled so far tonight. With only 12 minutes left in this game, you got to wonder if there's enough in it for the Blue Tongues as Reese just gets absolutely power driven back there by two defenders. They might look at a 40-20. That's where they go. It's Senor, and he kicks it. How is that not? Yeah, okay. That's better. I was going to say, how's that not a penalty? But they go the knock-on instead. Accidental offside, I think, is the official call. And just like that, the Ravens are back in field position. And Willie Kay on tackle 1 goes for a run straight through.
Right, here's tackle
Willie Kay,
1.
he wants to try. I want one for him. They go left here. Winchester, he ball plays out. 2 pass out to Papapoulos. He's going to push over here.
2 on
No,
the keep
brought
going.
down. Really close to the line here. Winchester. Oh. I think he threw that into the back of a blue tongue off the goalpost, then cleaned up eventually by the Ravens. Wild things happening here.
He's held there.
And it's going to be Josh Strange trying to settle things down for the Blue Tongues. They really had that sort of tear from about 55 to 65 minutes, but they've slowed down since then. And this game's well done, you'd have to say, as Tama Jones goes for a bit of a run. Just say you don't like your steak, this game is over. Although Josh Strange still wants to make an impact. Oh no, that's 0 tackle, so he offloaded it into the hands of Willie Kay. Got him a 6 again. What can they do with it? As Cotton goes out to Kirk. One's away to Webke. He can't get any extra meters though. Put down pretty much where he was met. Only the first tackle for the Blue Tongues. That was a slow play of the ball. They're starting to get tired out there. They played 75 minutes so far, the Props. They're really working hard. They go right to the Blue Tongues. Benji Magic goes to Tama Jones. What can he do?
He's held there. 3 back with
Not
me.
much. Tall Timber couldn't fall to the line. They go left now. Riley Senor, flat-footed.
Held.
4th tackle here. They haven't really wide a shot yet, the Blue Tongues. Maybe that's all been set up play for Alex Neal to crash over. No, turned on his back. Not even in goal anyway. So it's going to be down to Senor to put in a good kick. Maybe Benji Magic. They go to Senor. He's just going to score himself. We get the kick. Senor finds the hole and goes straight through. Tell you what, maybe that man's senior. He does not look Spanish upon seeing him. If I've been mispronouncing your game all night, apologies, Senor. We'll clarify that one later. But anyway, a big hole there for the Ravens defense, and he just took full advantage. Great work there by Riley. And that one's really sort of saved a bit of face here. Could make it a 10-point game, and at 22-0, probably as good as you could hope for. Yeah, and so with the better part of 7 minutes left in this game, both sides just trying to close this one out cleanly. The Blue Tongues, they'd love to get 2 more. I don't know if they'll have enough time, though, just in terms of pure possessions, whereas the Ravens, they let it slip here the last 20 minutes. They were looking at a shutout. Instead, the defence has opened. And it's been the likes of Webke, Tama Jones, Strange, Neal, the forward pack. Pretty much everyone by the 12 who just hasn't really got the ball, unfortunately. Oh, a big hit there. Turns the ball over. Just after I gave him some raps, the forward pack of the Blue Tongues turns it over. Great work there. I think it was the number 10. Actually, it would have been Josh Lowe on this side of the field, so he's really having an impact here. As now Jackson Grant goes downfield to Johnny Walker. He beats 1. You think about to push over from there? He's still going here. No. 4.5 minutes left in the game. Could be their last good attacking chance. And it's going to be a try here. Josh Lowe with a hat trick. Wow. This man knows how to score a try. Now it's going to be Tyler Doonan to kick. And just as I spoke about the Blue Tongues praises, a big hit from Josh Lowe. The second one he's done that's resulted in a try. As Doonan, slots that one, even with the wind. So it'll be Benji Magic to get us underway here. 3.5 minutes left, if that. Winchester goes, wow, long ball out to the Joshua Lowe.
Hill, 1, release.
Got a hat trick here, the prop. Don't see that very often, especially from a prop. Helped, of course, by the 80 minutes, but no one else is doing it like him in the mine so far, that's for sure. There's no Grant. They want to go short side here. They goes out to Walker. He gets a bit of a line break on, but he's going to go out here, Walker. Yeah, just a little bit of interest there. Game's almost finished. They wanted a chance to their arm. And he's cost them a turnover. As now Neil takes the arm. 2 minutes left in the game.
Right, here's tackle 1. He's held there.
Senor inside border Reese. Oh, who just gets absolutely folded by Joshua Lowe.
Let him go.
That man has had a game tonight, that is for sure. And I'm not talking about Reese. As Senor goes out to Cotton. He's driven backwards there. Probably been the best player on the field, which is not something you'd say often for a number 8. As now we look at the outside-inside ball, and it turns over to Rosso Goodwin. So they're going to finish off with the ball here, the Ravens. And it's Joshua Lowe who does so. I'm not sure if I'll have time to play this one. No, he holds the ball on the ground, and the Ravens will run out here. 28 points to 12 winners. A well-deserved win. And they were just too good from the get-go, really. The Blue Tongues in the first half just couldn't get into gear, and unfortunately for them, that's all she wrote. As we look at the stats, 5 tries to 2, 60% to 40% possession. That'll do it. 10 errors for the Blue Tongues is a real killer. Only 6 for the Ravens. We'll look at some individual stats. James Reese, 162 metres from the fullback. 23 tackles from the hooker. Webke had a really good second half, 125 metres. Not much else to look at, just the too many missed tackles across the board from the Blue Tongues here tonight. As we look at the Ravens next, and I expect to see Josh Lowe right at the top. 208 metres, 17 tackles, 2 missed, 5 line breaks and 3 tries. Just a real impressive knock from the young man. Papalis, only 17 tackles for a hooker. That just shows how much ball they had. And if you look at the missed tackles for them, just way less. Rosso Goodwin was good, 151 metres. Willie Kay picked his moments, but had a go when he had his chance. Holden Winchester also strong with 2 try assists. Anyway, that's all we have time for today. I will see you on Monday for some SRL action.